Alright, this is going to be my second Galen Marek Force Unleashed 5-pack figure review, and this time I'm reviewing what you see here, which is the Galen Marek and Mandalorian armor. I was really excited to get this figure. I really like any figure that's Mandalorian themed, and of course he has the removable helmet, which is always really cool to see. But I have to say, this figure is sort of disappointing in many ways, and that's kind of what I'm going to talk about. He's got the same head, which is a great head, looks a lot like Galen Marek in the video game, or in the comic book. And he's got the Mandalorian armor that you can see, the gauntlets, pretty much just the Jango Fett upper torso. But they put this comma/sash looking thing on him here, and it really limits his movement. He really can't move his legs very much. And he's got pretty good articulation in his legs, swivel hips, ball jointed knee, ball jointed ankle on both legs. And he does have a swivel waist, or actually I think that's ball jointed in there, but again, he can't really move it at all because he's got this giant comma thing. So at first when I pulled this figure out of the package, I thought, well, no big deal, maybe I can just take it off. But when you take it off, you notice there is a horrific gap there. He almost has no waist, like he's been cut in half. So you can't really do that. So this comma thing really limits his movement, and also it makes it difficult for him when he wears the helmet, which is a really nice looking helmet, but he can't really, all he can do is just barely swivel his head, and he's got a ball jointed head that actually has some articulation, but with this neck thingy in here, he can't really do that. The other thing that was really disappointing about this figure was that he had those Jango Fett hands, which, if you know the Jango Fett figure, he's got gloved hands, and all they pretty much did was take those gloved hands that have wrinkles and creases in them and paint them flesh colored, and it looked really horrible. So I had to go in and chop those hands off and find him another set of hands, and now it works a lot better. Those hands could not hold his lightsaber at all, but now that he's got these hands on, he can hold it a little bit better. Still can't really two-hand at all. Maybe a little bit here. But again, the lightsaber continues to fall out of his hand. So no two-handing on there, which is okay. You can just get him to use the Force or whatever. But overall, I'd have to give this figure about a 2.5 out of 5. He's about half the figure that I really wanted him to be. And like I said, I was really excited to get this figure. But once I took him out and started messing with him, I was a little disappointed. Probably not going to have him wear the helmet because he doesn't wear the helmet in the game, so I might use this helmet for a custom later on. But that's pretty much it. Let me go over the articulation in the arms. Ball jointed shoulder, ball jointed elbow. He's also got a little extra swivel joint in there to accompany the hoses on the back of his arm. And he's got swivel wrists, which he didn't have before in the original, but once I cut those horrible hands off and put these new ones on, I gave him a new joint there. Alright, so that's been it for this Force Unleashed Galen Marek figure. Thank you for watching. May the Force be with you.